Hey yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Chad bringing you another video, man. And this video is really just gonna be kind of like a just kind of like breaking news video where we're just gonna talk about it for a quick second. But what we have is today's Tuesday because I'm recording this at like 12:30 at night. But yesterday, Trump was raided by the FBI at his Mar-a-Lago home. Now, just off hearing this, it's like they're so obsessed with Trump. I don't know what it is. And what it really is to me, like I can see through all the nonsense. And it's really like Trump is a, let me turn on this light too. Trump is a cog inside like the establishment in the machine. He didn't follow the narrative that they wanted him to follow. He doesn't really go along with, the agendas they have. He calls out the truth, calls out the nonsense, and that's really why they're after him. He exposed the swamp, he exposed the corruption, he's exposed it all. So the FBI raided his home, and it says, I'm reading this here from Politico, but I got my laptop here. So it says that Trump's Mar-a-Lago home was raided by the FBI, an unprecedented move. The FBI executed a search warrant at the Mar-a-Lago estate of former President Donald Trump on Monday as part of an investigation into the alleged mishandling of the White House records, including potentially classified material, according to two people familiar. They said it took hours. Trump said they even broke into my safe. Trump said in the lengthy statement decrying the FBI search and comparing it to Watergate. Trump, who was the first to confirm the FBI action, said in a statement that his resort was under siege and raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents. He said he's worked with the government agencies. And you know what's funny about all this? It's like, okay, so Trump was raided by the FBI, right? And it's like, they've been trying to get him on. Let's just go down the list of stuff they've been trying to get Trump on. They've been trying to get him for, first, he wins the election in 2016. They say he's part of Putin's operation. He's a Russian operative. The Russians gave away the election. Turns out that Hillary Clinton actually pushed that narrative. Nothing happened to her. Nothing. They tried to impeach him for that. Then they tried to impeach him again for, the January 6th stuff, which he hasn't even actually been found on anything for that. So they're just doing like a whole clown show when it comes to that. Then they say, oh, Trump, he's, causing so much division, or he's like Hitler. There's no evidence of him being like Hitler. Hitler actually took Jewish people and was having a mass genocide. It's not the same thing. Then you have people saying Trump's doing this, Trump's doing that. And it's just like, how long would they come after the president? They even got to the point they kicked him off Twitter. They kicked him off Facebook. He can't even have a Spotify account. He can't do nothing. He couldn't do anything so much to the point where he created his own social media platform. And they're still after him. Biden is president. I told my parents, I've been telling them every single day. I'm trying to get my jacket off. It's hot. Because I had to come outside and record this because my folks are asleep. But I tell them every single day, I'm like, yo, Trump is not president, and he is living in these people's heads rent free. They talk about him any chance he gets. Like, Biden will literally do something wrong, and they'll talk about Trump. Biden will have something happen, they'll say, well, he's better than Trump. I've even seen where James Klug, if you haven't seen his channel, he does really good videos where he goes out in public and asks people questions just to get, like, people's opinions on things. And he asked him, is Biden a good president? And all the people who said yeah, they were just like, well, Trump's not in there. He was like, well, just because Trump's not in there, does that make Biden a good president? And they're like, I just don't like Trump, Biden, he's just, and it's like, they don't really have any reason why they, don't really like Trump. It's just like the media told them not to, their friends or family told them not to, and they're just to get along, go along. But when Trump's being, raided by the FBI, it raises so many red flags because it's like, you have a branch of the federal government using their power against a political opponent they do not like. It's not even like Trump has done anything. It's just like the DOJ, the FBI, whatever you want to call it, these government authorities are using their power to come after people who they don't politically agree with. And that's honestly what it is. And when you think about it on an even smaller level, it's like if they'll go after a high level official, the former president of the United States, and raid his home, you don't think they might not, like, you don't think they'll maybe raid yours? Like, this is like very eye-opening. It's also like when people have been discussing, there's a civil war coming to this country. Republicans versus Democrat, conservatives versus liberals, red states versus blue. It's like, it's not even like a civil war is coming. It's like we're already in the beginning battles of a civil war. America's tearing itself apart from the inside. And if you're not paying attention, you would never know. And it's clear as day what's happening. Everything people say, don't bring politics into this. Don't use politics. Everything is turning political now. We can't watch movies without politics or social justice. You can't go to school without politics or social justice. You can't do your job, without politics or social justice. Now we have former presidents getting their house raided by the FBI over politics. And that's what it is. And what's even crazier to me is they said that he had some documents from the White House hidden in his home, and that's why they raided, because these were archived or classified documents. It says right here, though the investigation of Trump's handling of presidential records has been prelocating for months, it has largely remained in the background while the January 6th committee built the case Trump committed crimes, blah, blah, blah. It says the National Archives and Records Administration had confirmed in February that it has sought to recover 15 boxes of records from Mar-a-Lago that it deemed improperly removed, including some marked as classified national security information. The archives confirmed at the time that it had been in touch with the Justice Department about the record documents. At the time, the archives said it had been ongoing communications with Trump's team about recovering missing presidential records. So my thing is, if you knew he had 15 boxes of classified information since he left the White House in the beginning of 2021, and we're almost done with 2022, why didn't you raid him then? Why are you waiting to right before midterms to raid him? Now, they think that this is going to make Trump look bad. All this is going to do is embolden Republicans, conservatives, or people who agree with Trump to go out during midterms and really put their vote forth. I really see America probably by 2024, really now, becoming a whole red wave. Republicans winning everything because Democrats can't handle it. Their cities are overrun, like Chicago, New York City. You have high crime, you have high food prices, high gas prices, and now you have the FBI raiding a former president, all for politicization. And to me, it's just unacceptable. Like, if Trump, all he needs to do now is announce that he's running for president in 2024. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna vote for Trump off rip. Like, I've already told people that it is what it is. My brother was even like the other day, I don't even know if I finished the story, but he was like, why do they keep on blaming Trump? Why do they keep coming after Trump? And now my brother's not a Trump supporter. He knows that I am, but he's like, why do they keep coming after Trump? Biden to do something, and they'll start talking about Trump. They'll bring up Trump, even if Biden's not included. And I told him, I said, you're finally getting it. He's living in their head rent-free, and they're scared of Trump. You have to think about it. If there's one person that's going against the wave or the flow of what the world is doing or what the majority is saying, you got to sit back and just be like, the FBI is raiding him. They're kicking him off platforms. They're trying to silence him. They hate his supporters. It's like, that's weird. And another thing is, people were saying, like, let's just say that there was a civil war and people were having the fight, right? They were like, well, Republicans and conservatives keep their guns. Democrats don't want guns. But it's really like, if you think about it, that doesn't actually matter, because Democrats and liberals have the high federal institutions of the government. FBI, CIA, NSA, DOJ. Those are all politically leaning Democrat or left. So the only thing we could really do, which I was watching a Rippa video, Young Rippa 59, very good YouTuber. I just bought his comic, pre-ordered it, so I don't know what you want to call it. But he was saying the only way to stop this is by, what is the word I'm looking for? Decentralization of the government, which when the Roe v. Wade thing happened, I was like, great, decentralization, Supreme Court not having their foot in anything. And for this, look at how much power the FBI has. They can just raid a president. it still had to have a warrant signed by a judge. So someone signed off on this. And this wasn't like a, oh, just like, let's just do something random. This is coordinated. You got to think about it. Like I said, think about the time frame it's in. Midterms are coming up. Trump said he's going to announce something big August and September. And now he have a raid that took hours. This was a coordinated event. They knew where they were going to do this today. They knew today was the day they were going to do it. But anyways, man, I just wanted to give y'all my thoughts on it. Also, just like breaking news, basically, of Trump's house being raided in Mar-a-Lago. But as always, let me know your thoughts down below on what you guys think. And as always, it's been your boy chatting them out. Peace.